Our first exposure to the life group was when our daughter was born 2 months early, and we were at Toledo Hospital for a month with her, and it was a really scary time for us. And one of the days that we were staying at the Ronald McDonald House, we came back from the hospital that day, and there was a life group from Gateway there. They were able to come there and pray with us and just help us through that hard time, and just to have that support. Like, being at the hospital, we felt like we were so far away from home and away from friends and family, and it's like God just sent them there.
And one of the families had actually went through basically the same thing we did, and it helped to hear, that everything was going to work out,
The way God had planned.
Right. And they brought good food.
And then Ryan and Valerie Smith were one of the couples that had brought a meal and had invited us to a life group and asked if we had been involved. What we had in our minds as to what a life group was a lot of people sitting around who knew everything there was to know about the Bible, and we knew that we were not that far in our walk yet. So we were very hesitant about going, and they had invited us and then even followed up and called us again to see if we were going to go.
And Ryan was very persuasive. He can talk you into doing about anything, I think.
Once we got there and kind of got to see what was involved, it was very exciting. Like, we wanted to come back and keep going.
We met a lot of good people, and they took us in. I mean, right off the bat, they made you feel comfortable. Like, and it helps, I think, having it in a home setting. It's nice being able to ask those tough questions. A lot of people in the group have the same questions that you have. They're just, core questions about religion that people are afraid to ask a lot of times.
Being able to watch each other grow in our faith and watch each other go through life, and like knowing that you have that bond with those people, that you can depend on them and that they're there to encourage you and you can encourage them. And
life group to me is like Sunday church on steroids. I mean, you actually get the interaction back and forth. You get to bring up questions. Sitting in church Sunday, we don't get to raise our hands and be like, hey Craig, I don't quite get that. Could you, back up and start over?
The study we did on money, I think really helped us a lot. We weren't really familiar with tithing or anything. And to be able to dig in deeper to the sermon that you had on Sunday, and
especially the submissive, wife submitting study. To all you life group leaders out there, the guys will definitely appreciate that one. Being in a life group helps make you realize that you're not by yourself. Although you might not know as much as the person right next to you, they're willing to help you learn. I
still pray and just praise God that, Ryan and Valerie did invite us, because if they wouldn't have, I can't imagine, where we would be, and just to see how much we've grown from it.
I'd have to say our life group leaders rock. We have been very fortunate. That was for you, Craig.